Team Fortress 2. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a very old game and it's still popular and massively played to this day. Why do you think that is exactly? Well, there are many reasons people still play this game. Maybe the personalities of the wonderful characters that are available to play as, or the funny cosmetics that people can gamble their money on. But I feel like one of the main reasons people play this game is the gameplay, and how I feel like it's one of the most balanced games in recent times. Well, okay, the game may not be perfectly balanced due to its lack of updates and certain weapons and play styles, but overall each class and weapon has a purpose. Take stock, for example. It's all around the best choice, and this is applicable to any situation. Overall, it's really good. On the other hand, you have weapons that are good in one specific area, such as the Airstrike, Amputator, and Mad Dog, as well as the Gunslinger. It takes the engineer's level 3 sentries and turns them into baby sentries, which seems bad at first, like a complete downgrade. But then you realize it gives the engineer more health, as well as the sentry costing less to build. It makes it pretty good for the engineer to focus on the other buildings and being more of an offense class rather than defense. But I'm not here to talk about the weapons today. What I'm here to talk about is one error that has gone unnoticed and unchanged ever since it was added back in 2011, almost 13 years ago. The weapon I'm referring to, of course, is the disciplinary action, one of my favorite weapons in this game. If you don't know, the disciplinary action is a melee weapon for the soldier class. When hitting a teammate, both you and the teammate will run faster. And no, I'm not talking about how it has more range than a fucking sword. What I am going to be talking about is this little stat right here. Minus 25% damage penalty. Since the stock shovel of melee damage is 65, negative 25% of 65 comes about to be 49 damage per hit, which seems normal when using it in game, when it's damage penalty. However, its damage stats have been wrong! When you attack someone with a crit, it does 1 less damage than what it's supposed to be. In the wiki and in game, it shows us that we are doing 146 damage on a crit, but this is wrong, because if we take 49 and multiply it by 3, the answer comes out to be 147. Valve has taken the 1 damage off our weapon without telling anyone, and no one has ever noticed. But what makes even less sense is that if I'm attacked by whip 3 times in a row without a crit, since a crit is 3 times the damage of a normal hit, as shown here, I take 147 damage instead of 146 damage from a crit. So now it decides to give us the 1 missing damage only when not attacking with a crit? Why is it inconsistent between 3 attacks and a crit? Why would they not make them match each other? This also carries over to a VR mod of the game inside another game called Contractors VR, where the damage is wrong by giving out 146 damage for both a crit and 3 hits in a row. Wait, hold on, why is it fixed but the wrong way? They changed the 3 hits to cause 146 damage instead of 147 damage, so it matches with the crit, but why not match the crit with the 3 hits causing 147 damage? Guess we'll never know why this 1 damage was taken away, as well as being messed up in certain circumstances. This was a stupid fucking video to make that should not be taken seriously. But the point still stands. The damage is missing and it went under all of our radars. Hashtag fix the TF2 whip. But don't actually use this. This is mainly a joke. Kind of. Sort of. It's a joke that I don't want to be taken seriously, but it's a real thing. You can test it for yourself.